towards the center and understanding if we could use that army to our advantage. Could be dangerous, though. I mean, any of this could be dangerous.
Well, I imagine there's more than one step to sort of getting control of that, if that's even something we can do. Also, I am very curious about this dwarf woman, just standing there.
Yes, yes. Me too.
Would the rest of the party like to weigh in?
So I wonder then, do we believe that attacking the Oglakanu will be our best way forward, or do we believe that using this knowledge to continue to avoid the areas where we know that they are, which sits with us best as a team?
Well, if I may make my case, just briefly, for going on the offensive, they are moving around. And the fact that we can step into a position where they are not is temporarily very useful. Absolutely, I agree with you. But then they'll keep moving, and eventually they could very well find us again.
Out of character question. I think, didn't we get some information that some of them are moving and some of them are not?
Yeah. So the tree speaker is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And the Earthshaker does not seem to be moving. Neither is the Little Hunter. We're just going to go by their sort of nicknames.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe if we maybe if we can get the drop on one of the ones that we know is moving.
Mm-hmm.
Then if the other ones are laying in wait, we are less likely to run into them.
It's a fair point, and the tree speaker certainly has some advantages in finding us again. So if we were to sort of take him out of the running for the time being, could be a boon.
That's a good point. What do you think, Brief?
I mentioned to get my my gauntlets a little tarnished, if you know what I mean.
You used them last time brilliantly.
Luckily. Just happened to work. Why? It's almost like it was set up. So yeah, I'm on board with going after Mr. Tree Talk.
Cool. Val, to answer your question, we don't have to kill anybody, and they don't have to kill us. But if any of us are unconscious or dead at the end of the this dungeon, then we lose our place in the race. So we don't have to kill them, but we have to avoid getting knocked out.
And we are allowed to kill each other.
We are
absolutely. You are allowed to kill each other. Also, it should be noted that if you take one of them out, that doesn't mean you're safe.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you took all of them out, but one of them still managed to knock you out, you would still be out of the game.
Yeah, it's for sure not like it's for sure not like an end game type plan. It's a have fewer of them who might gang up on us kind of plan.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make that clear because
knock us out, so
you're at a greater sort of disadvantage than they are as far as the risk.
Right.
Hey, I have
They've got everything to win, and you've got everything to lose.
That's right. That's right.
Do we still have that magic hole maker thing? Remember we used it way back when to go through a wall? I think it was in the Feywilds area, or
I actually think that was Sam.
Yeah.
I think Sam had the hole maker.
Yeah, you're right. Sam has a portable hole. You guys don't.
All right.
Shoot.
I was gonna say if we could like stealthily sneak up on these guys and like drop them down a level and then force the hole and
Yeah, that's one of Sam's items.
take them all out. But, okay.
Nuts.
But I will, if it pleases the court. Nevermore did drink that potion. That like it's the impervious potion.
Mm-hmm.
So much as she doesn't want to, she's more in the camp of like sneaking around rather than taking them out. But
Also, you've
Yeah.
got about 15 minutes on that.
Fano was with that one as well.
So if you want to take advantage of that, now would be the time to do it, because you don't have a lot of time left to take advantage of it.
Wait, so that's perfect. The four of the rest of us will go after their druid, and we just throw Niramore at their barbarian.
Well, I know
An
you're kidding,
idea.
but that's almost the thing is like if we are gonna go into like an attack, she's gonna want to be on the like front lines just because of having that advantage.
I will say all of you have to go to the same place with this portal,
Bummer.
but there are teleporters all around this dang place,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and you can see where they are now. There's one here, and there's one here, and there's one here. And that's
Which
all.
one?
1, 2, 3.
Which one gets us closest to the druid?
This one.
I
Oh,
thought
to
the
the
druid.
druid. Sorry, to the druid. This one probably.
Okay.
You'd still have to go through some halls and stuff, but. So none of the teleporters are actually anywhere near where you need to be. So that's not actually helpful. Sorry, never mind.
Well, guys, I think we should action, and I think probably the druid might be our safest bet.
Say that again.
So I'm going to vote we drop down in the lower right.
And take the druid out of commission.
Yeah, try to take the druid out while Miramar is still in trouble.
Is the druid the baddest ass?
Well, the druid is, I mean, they're all pretty powerful, but the druid has seen us and has can send messages, right? As being druid. Maybe that's just in a sense.
So
Yeah.
we don't know how or if they can communicate with each other.
Yeah. As far as like, you know, who the most badass one is, like that was why I thought maybe the barbarian, even though he's not moving around. So like that's kind of a trade-off. The druid is being very proactive and would be good at finding us again.
Yeah.
The barbarian is just scary. So you know, having an advantage over him would be nice.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. If we have someone who's impervious to damage, might be good to go after the toughest. And then everyone else in the pool is going to be our bitch.
Well,
I mean, it's the rules, the law of the land.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, Josh. It's in the book.
Can we skin the barbarian and one of us wears his skin to like?
Damn.
Jesus.
That got dark fast.
yeah, for real. Jesus. Cheese and crackers.
Fine, it's in the rules.
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, it's all in.
It's right in there. It's in chapter
It's
8.
all in here. So what do you guys want to do? You got decision time.
Yeah, I vote fight a barbarian.
We have one for barbarian,
I vote sneaky druid.
one for druid,
I'm on Team Barbarian.
2 for barbarian,
All right, let's do barbarian.
The 3 for barbarian. The barbarian wins.
Bavarian?
Well, he's about to lose.
Creatures that can change form. Doesn't the rat get a vote?
I mean, you've already won.
What are you trying to do?
The rat votes for eating cheese.
Yeah, that's what he always votes
Trying to
for.
make the rat part of the team. Freaking hate it. Not into it.
The other rat's talking.
God.
I love
All
that
right.
you're in a very small room, and so you're going to appear basically surrounding him.
Wait, so the teleporter was right in that room?
No, the teleporter's here.
No, we're just going through the portal we were looking at right now.
Yeah, okay. I just
There's
thought we
just
had
there's just also like teleporters all over this ding dang place.
Yeah, this is a magic dwarf factory. That's what they had.
They're lazy. They don't want to walk.
You know,
those slovenly creatures.
I always said that about dwarves. They're lazy.
Yeah, it's. We have to talk about that, Josh.
Dwarves are lazy. They're a burden on our society.
You've got to stop. You can't keep bringing this up at dinner.
I just remembered something that I have.
Yes.
Dimension door.
Are you in a portal inside of a portal?
I don't know that it would help you in this instance.
If I wanted to poof myself Nightcrawler style over to the druid.
What's the distance for that?
500 feet.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'm gonna get those hexagons.
It's a very good spell.
Very good spell.
I'm sure it's within 500 feet. Yeah.
If you can't see it, though, you do run the risk of ending up in a wall and dying.
That's true.
That's true. I guess it depends on how carefully I studied that map.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you portal inside of the barbarian, that kills 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
It's basically Nightcrawler rules.
It's Nightcrawler rules.
So you appear. So you step into this portal, and you all appear in this small room, surrounding this enormous Goliath.
We all start kicking. We're just gonna kick him.
And he just looks around. He's like, "What the?" And he is ready to fight. He pulls out his big ol' axe.
Wait, does this not surprise him sufficiently?
Yeah, okay. This is surprising. You guys get a surprise round. Actually, roll initiative now so we know who's going first in the surprise round. But he won't get to roll.
I got a 15.
15?
I got a 16.
16. What else did everyone else get?
That's right.
My dice were hiding.
16.
Those dang high dice.
No, I got a 1.
Nice.
Got a
4?
14.
14, okay. Oh, nice. You guys are lined right up.
That's convenient.
And what about Nearmore?
16.
16. Wow. Who's got the higher dex, Nearmore or Nyx?
I am certain it's Nearmore.
Yeah,
I do have high dex. I have 18 dexterity.
Yeah, I've got a 14.
Yeah, okay. Then first up to bat, and literally beating this guy with bats, is Nearmore.
Yes.
And you see him, you've all just suddenly materialized And he has his back to you right now.
He has his back to me specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what my best...
And I'm actually going to give you advantage on this because you're essentially fucking sneak attacking this dude.
Well, you know what else? Is I have, what the hell is it called? One of my features, I have advantage against any creature who hasn't acted yet.
Cool. So you have double advantage.
Oh my god. Does that mean she rolls 3 times or 4?
That means she rolls 3 times.
3 times, wow.
All right.
Roll 3 times. Take the highest roll.
Okay. How do I D&D?
It's the one with the most sides.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking. I guess since I'm close enough to him, I'm gonna use Face Taker.
Nice. Take his face. Take his face.
Take his face.
Right, so I roll with double advantage just to attack.
Yeah. So roll 3 d20s and take the highest.
Good lord.
All right.
Highest roll was 17.
17. Okay, that's a hit.
His face. Take his face.
I'm confused looking at my character sheet. I'm using like a template thing. 1d6 plus 8. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm using like a weird template where like you can edit some of it, but not all of it. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, great. 9.
Okay.
And do I get a second attack? I feel like I get a second attack.
I think you do have a second attack, right? You're a ranger.
It's been so
I
long.
think so.
Yeah.
I think you do.
Yeah, I think you have second attack. You're level 10.
Yeah, okay, attack twice for action. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do it again. Do I roll against AC again?
Yeah.
Do I have advantage this time?
This time, you have. I'm just gonna give you regular advantage.
Okay. Well, that's 17 again. So.
Yeah, that hits.
11.
11. Okay.
Damage.
Cool.
And that's just piercing.
Yeah, he feels that.
I bet.
Next up is Nyx.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Because he's surprised by our sudden appearance.
Yeah.
Could I conceivably move up that one space without getting an attack of opportunity on me?
So do you want to move to here?
No. The one like
You want to move here?
directly
Yeah, you can
north
do
of
that.
me.
You're not
Yeah,
engaged with him yet.
I want to do a range thing, so I don't want to be like pressed up against him.
That's fine.
Thank you. Then I'm just gonna blast him.
Okay.
Give him a good old fashioned
blast.
Not like great rolls, but a 12 and a 19.
Okay, the 19 hits.
Okie doke. Bummer. What a dumb half elf. That's gonna be 12 damage.
Okay.
And who's next in the order?
I think it's me.
Order is Moana, yeah.
I would like to use my bonus action to inspire Moana.
Cool. How do you do it?
After I blast him, I'm just going to smile and wink at Moana and say, "Now take him home, Moana."
Okay.
Apparently, I think I'm still in a band or something.
Can I roll my eyes and say, "Oh, brother"?
Roll to roll eyes.
Well, you get an extra 1d6. 1d8?
D6.
Yeah, because you're cross class. Yeah, it
All
works.
right. So, awesome. Okay.
You working together. I think that working together with Nyx, especially in that going like trusting each other to go into that dungeon, both being sort of curious about it, and both being like having success from that. You're like for probably the first time ever, like really vibing with Nyx today.
I get that. Yeah, that's out.
So that inspiration, like you're like, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I'm doing too, which is fun, is that I'm gonna take my dagger and go for his eyes.
Nice.
Oh God.
And I'm the creepy one.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna try to
Nearmore is not gonna have a face to take.
So the eyes are gone. What's left? The spleen.
Okay, you go for his eyes. Roll to attack.
Is it just plus strength plus proficiency?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, that is a natural 1.
Okay, so you miss his eyes. And he actually
Was it distracted by the wink from Nyx? Was it actually like distraction?
Oh no.
So he's been like attacked a couple times now, and he's starting to be wary. And as a result, you're not going to lose your bonus round, but he does. I think he's gonna grab your arm before you get it, and so this big fucking ham hock of a hand just freaking grabs your arm right like as you sort of are as the blade is right next to his eye, and he just pulls it back. And roll a strength contest against this guy.
This is not going to go well. Oh, come on.
Oh.
I got a 7.
Well, good news, he got a 6.
Oh my God.
Which is impressive because he's like real strong. But so you are able to pull your hand out of his grasp, and he's just ironically staring daggers at you. And it's beginning to dawn on him what is happening right now. But before he has a chance to react, it's Bree's turn.
Yeah, it is.
Come on, breathe.
All right, I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna try to break one of his knees in half.
Nice.
War hands.
We're really fucking this guy up.
Yeah. He did nothing to us, and that was his first mistake.
Josh, are we using flanking rules?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just
What is
curious.
Oh, do we get advantage?
Yeah, actually, re-roll that attack. You are flanking him. I'm going to allow you to re-roll that.
Josh, I moved out of the flanking position with Moana, so she doesn't have anyone in.
Oh, that's true. You're right. No flanking for you. Never mind. Brief, okay. You've got flanking, so you've got advantage.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because Fanoa's on the other side? Is that what that means?
So yeah,
because you guys are directly across from him.
Okay.
All right, so that will be with advantage 21.
Blank. Okay, that's definitely a hit.
I'm assuming yes.
What do you do to him? What do you do? Some damage.
All right, so like I'm shoveling snow, which I hate, with my warhammer, I just dig it straight into the side of his knee to try to like break it from the side, the weakest area. Yeah. And I didn't bring my smaller die. Can I borrow one of your 8s? An 8.
This guy?
Oh, the ones I can't read.
The ones you can't read, I'm sorry.
Why do we even have these?
For candy reasons.
Also, keep in mind, this is a 9-foot tall guy. So his knee is at your chest.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm taking down a peg. So I got a 6.
Okay. It hurts. But you contact with it, you just feel like the thud of the meat around his leg.
A meat thud.
Meat thud.
Does Bree have multiple attacks?
Bree, do you have multiple attacks?
Yeah, of course I do. I can do infinite attacks.
Oh, okay. We'll go for it then. No.
That's good.
Yeah, it's convenient. Hold on. Wait, I can look. Paladin.
I know Constance did, but
That's because Constance is a rogue.
Yeah. You got that at 5th level extra attack.
Yeah, you got extra attack too. Yeah, you got 2.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so do I reroll from the get-go for another strike, or just do I get another D8?
You reroll again, yeah.
Okay.
But you do have advantage because you're still flanking.
Bree, did you add your strength to the damage the last time?
Sure didn't.
Oh, well, add that strength.
To the damage?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that would be an 8.
8, okay. So you hear it's a much harder meat thud.
All right.
See, brews begin to form.
Cool. So now I have a target, and my reroll got me a 21 as well.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And grab the 88. This time, I'm going to use a knife because I've got the bruise. I'm going to try to stab with my knife.
I'll allow that. Knives are small. You just whip one out. We'll say it was. You just go bap, and then you stab him with a knife. Were you one-handed attacking with your?
I'm sorry.
Were you one-handed attacking for the first one?
No, I was doing it snow shovel style. So if you don't want to let me,
then I'm not going to be able to let you use the knife.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give it another go with the hammer then.
Okay.
So that one's a 7.
Okay.
For damage purposes.
It's not a bad hit. Okay. Next up is the round ends with Fanoa. And you have advantage from flanking.
Ooh, okay. So all of the cool stuff I wanted to do, I was looking up. We are in way too close, like a close area for me to cast pretty much anything.
Oh, man.
So I'm just I want to do acid arrow, but I want to try it at like 2 slots above 2. I want to try it at 4.
Okay. And that's a ranged attack?
It is.
Okay, so normally you would have disadvantage, but because you got flanking advantage,
can it just cancel out?
Yeah, it's a regular ranged attack.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Show me that acid arrow.
Alrighty. So I got a 25 on that.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, hit.
Really? Okay. Okay. And I got 11 damage.
Nice. So yeah, that acid arrow just bursts into his side, and you, which is, basically it hits his thigh, I guess.
Yeah.
This guy's real big, is what I'm trying to emphasize. But you see his pant leg just dissolve, and you can smell the burning of his leg. And he goes, "Ugh." And we're back
And that's it.
Take a sample for Caleb.
Yeah. Oh god.
No.
Oh, he did ask
Thank
for
you.
meat. Goliath meat. It's Niramor's turn.
How's he looking, damage-wise?
He's still standing. He's still like, and he's got a look of angry resolve on his face. It's dawning on him what's happening to him. So he looks like he's ready to take action. And he looks fearless, I will say that.
Okay. I don't want to kill him. Yeah, I guess I will.
Oh, piggies!
Yeah, sorry.
Please.
I have a little audience back there. Oh, no, I have a big audience. 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slash at him with Face Taker again a couple times.
Okay, roll to attack.
Well, that's an 8.
So he felt the first attack, and you go to swing again. He just sort of steps forward just a bit, and your swing misses.
Yeah. And what's 17?
That one does hit.
Okay.
So
10?
you follow through
10
attack, stretches the distance, and you make it. And you stab him in the back. Roll some damage.
10.
10? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Next up is Nyx.
What does he have for a weapon?
He's got a big fucking axe.
Is it like a really intimidating axe?
It's very intimidating.
Yeah, that makes sense. How about he makes a wisdom save for me?
Sure.
DC 17.
You're gonna make him afraid of his own axe?
No, not yet.
Let's see. What's his wisdom? Wisdom is not high. He rolled a 15.
I'm not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Okay, what'd you do?
So I'm gonna point at him and just say, "Drop it," and he now has to drop his axe and end his turn. It's not his turn, but what is it? Yeah, drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn, but it's not its turn.
Okay.
So it just drops his axe.
He just drops his axe.
Like a real dingus.
He had a big fucking axe and he just dropped it like a real dingus. And it loudly clangs on the metal floor.
My ears. Keep it down.
Command is a very good spell.
And that's the axe.
That axe is 5 feet big.
Yeah, it's a big fucking axe. He's a Goliath. It's a giant axe. Like, it would be very heavy for most of you to pick up. Yeah, but he drops his axe on the ground.
Cool. And then I think I will attempt to. I think I'm gonna inspire Breathe this time, because he's the big fella that he is.
He's worth inspiring.
So I'm gonna glance over at Breathe and go, "Hurt him more than Moana did. I believe in you."
Inspiration from Nyx.
Sweet. And you get a D6 to add to a future roll.
Nice.
Cool.
So yeah, did you find that inspiring?
That doesn't work on D20 rolls, does it? Or does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, cool.
That's
Bruise 'em up.
typically what it's for, actually. You can't use it. I don't think you can use it on damage, but you can use it on any d20 roll.
That's correct.
Oh. I probably couldn't have used it on my natural one, though, could I?
No.
I don't think so.
One's a one.
That's Josh's call anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, one's a one.
One's a one.
That makes sense. Anyway, that's my turn.
If I am not mistaken, it is my turn. I'm going to attempt with that dagger again. I'm going to go for it.
Just gonna go for the eyes again?
Yeah, I'm going to go for the eyes again.
Okay.
I'm just going to try. But you see, there's a lot of stuff I can cast, but it would be like stuff that affects a wider range than is comfortable for us in this tight space. So I feel like doing dagger is probably my best option right now.
Also, I will point out that, I mean, your character is like 6 foot tall, right?
She is.
Yeah. So she's still like reaching. So this guy's 9 feet tall. So she's still extending her arm fully to stab him in the eyes.
Huh.
She's still like reaching up to jab him in the eyes. So I just wanted to be clear on what that.
She conjures up a footstool.
Yeah. Like you can reach his eyes.
That's a really good.
But like you are reaching up to his eyes. It's not going to give you any kind of a disadvantage. I just want you to understand like what this looks like.
Yep. So
Okay.
my alternative is I could go for another area that maybe has a lot of like veins, like an arm.
You could do that.
If I could wound him that way. Yeah, yep. As he drops his axe, I think I'm gonna aim at his inner arms.
Okay.
See what I can do there.
Hit an artery.
I just said his arms in general. All right, come on, big money.
His arms are fucking, and he's not really wearing a lot of armor on his arms, but his arms don't really need them because his muscles are so fucking. They're absurd.
Is there a spot that looks maybe more vulnerable to dagger wounds than perhaps his really high up eyes or his rippling arm muscles?
I mean,
stab his bones.
Can I stab his bones?
The thing about being a barbarian is that like most of the point is not being vulnerable to daggers.
Yeah, he's like a real. He's so beefed out that you'd have to be a doctor to know for sure where the perfect place to stab him is. But it's more about how hard you stab him than about where you stab him.
I haven't rolled this attack yet. You know, I have a meat cleaver and I have 2 war hammers I could try from. Do you think there's other weapons I should be using?
You could. It's up to you. You do have a variety of weapons.
And I have these gauntlets, but I don't want to risk him actually being good and healing him.
Yeah, that would suck to learn.
That would suck to learn. That would just be depressing.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a warhammer. So I have the warhammer of shattering, but I also have a warhammer that's enchanted with control flames. I don't think there's an attack difference between them. I think it's just the spell. I would like to use the warhammer that is enchanted with control flames, even though I don't think there's any. Are there any torches or anything in this room?
No.
I don't think I want to mess with that anyways.
It's still a warhammer.
It's still a warhammer. All right. So I'm rolling strength and proficiency, I assume?
Yeah.
All right, and that will be a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. All right. Now I have to figure out what to roll for damage. Does anybody have warhammer stats handy?
I do not.
It's a
D8?
if you're attacking one-handed, it's 1d8. If you're attacking two-handed, it's 1d10. Plus your strength modifier.
Handed, I assume. Although that sounds really convenient to try to retrofit.
I mean, are you holding anything in your other hand right now?
I assume I dropped the dagger when he grabbed my hand, so no.
Yeah. You can do it one-handed. You can do it two-handed, rather.
Two-handed. So 1d8.
Yeah, 1d10.
Sorry, 1d10.
1d10.
And
Yeah.
did I add anything to that?
Strength.
Cool. How do I D&D? All right, that's a 9.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right. Okay. Next up is Breve.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think I flubbed up a little bit on my D's last time.
You know, we learn a little more every time we play.
We grow as we play.
We grow as we.
So I'm gonna do it right this time and still go for that dang knee with my.
Vendetta with that knee.
Got a knee-detta.
Knee for vendetta.
Yes. Cool. So that's my plan. Is that cool?
Sure.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. And we're not doing inspiration this time, correct?
You have inspiration. You can use it.
I mean, sorry.
I should emphasize that this guy isn't wearing any armor. He's wearing a light sleeveless tunic. But again, he's so fucking beefed up that he might as well be.
That's inspiration enough. Hear that tunic.
Sorry, so we don't have advantage this time around, right?
No advantage, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, you still do. You're still flanking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Notre fois. Okay, well, the first one was better. But I do have some inspiration from my fellow teammate.
Okay.
So that's going to bring me up to an 18.
That'll hit.
Did you roll to add that inspiration?
Did I roll to add the inspiration?
Yeah.
6. You don't just.
I thought it was 6. I thought it was just 6 points of inspiration.
No, it's just another.
You have to roll.
Oh my lord!
Oh my lord!
Oh my lord!
Oh lordy!
Didn't realize I was working today. Okay, so I got 5. So it was close
Still
enough.
very good.
So a 17, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it two-handed, which gives me a D10.
Yes.
Let you guys know that in case you didn't realize that. That's a shite roll. That's a 2.
Did you add your strength?
Oh no, that's a 4.
Okay.
Still a shite roll.
And you do have another attack, right?
Yeah, I do. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away on this railroad.
New style?
New style. Nice. That one's gonna be a. Oh, I'm gonna roll the. Sorry.
What you rolling?
Aha! All right, so that's 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Sorry, did you just add inspiration to that?
Was I not supposed to?
No, you have
No.
you have it one time.
Oh.
Okay.
What did you add? What did you get?
I added a 5. No, it was a 6 to it, so it would have been a 13. Sorry.
So that's a miss.
That's a miss.
Aw.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I shouldn't have pointed it out.
No, that's cool. Got to be on the up and up. I didn't know. I thought I got continuous. So
All right.
I'm done.
So that's your attack. You missed that one. And he comes back. You kind of swing at him, and he just he essentially just deflects it with his arm, as if his arm were covered in armor, but it's just that tough. And it's just freaking, he's that jacked. And he looks at you. He stares right at you, Breve, and you see he starts to shake, and his arm starts to move. His hand starts to like grip his axe harder, and you see the veins popping out of his head and his arms and his neck. And he just sort of, you can see him just like, it's almost as like, okay, so you know Bane, the Batman villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
You know how when he uses the venom, he beefs up more?
But he becomes like a teddy bear, though. He changes his personality, I think.
Yeah, that's right. He makes him real nice. No, he's beefing up like Bane, and he is in a similar way to what happens when Bane beefs up. He looks mad. And he's gonna attack you. He's gonna attack you with his big fucking axe.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I would like to do a bard thing.
Oh, do a bard thing.
I'd like to use my reaction to cutting words this attack.
Okay.
To add a penalty to his attack roll.
Okay.
So it's going to be a -5 to whatever your thing is.
Okay.
And I look at him and say, "You're too tall to even hit Breve. You just got to go over his head. You're so stupid."
And so he makes an attack, and he does. Just he swings right over his head, and he goes. And the second attack, Breve? What is your AC?
It's a 20.
Okay, so he rolled a 21 on the second attack. So unfortunately, that one's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Well, I tried.
We should have gone after the druid.
Did try.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
How many times can I use my magic gauntlets?
I did write that down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and I don't see it.
I think you can use it once per hour. Or, let me see. Scrolling up. 2 times per day. So you got one more, actually.
So this would count as an attack, would it not? Towards me?
This would count as an attack if you wanted to do that.
Aw, dang.
If my math is correct.
Yeah.
We're in New Zealand, it's maths.
It's maths. Yeah, so maybe I invoke a little slap chop action.
Okay, so you've brought it down to regular advantage for him because he's raging, so he has advantage on this attack. So let's see. That would just make it the lower one. The lower one still hits. He rolled well for the second attack. But you do stuff to him. So okay, so you clap your gauntlets together as he's raising his axe the second time. And the lava pours out. He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Can we get some sound on that?
Yeah, it's like that.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then it solidifies around him. Definitely put at a disadvantage. His strength saving throw is let's see, a DC 15. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh shit. Sucks to be that guy. So he's stuck in place as the lava comes up, starts to burn him and solidifies around his legs, just burning that tunic. And roll a 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think to say something before. He picked up his axe for all this, I gather.
Oh no, he didn't.
Drop it.
He's just gonna try to hit you with his hands. He does have proficiency with his hands, but it's not gonna hurt as much. You're right. This guy.
I'm still useful.
Thank you for bringing that up. You made a very good point. And I get a D4. So what did you roll to for the damage?
I rolled you got a 6 and a 3.
6 and a 3. Okay. So that's 9. Pretty dang good. Okay. And he does 5 damage to you. He just punches you in the face. So he just kind of swung over your face with the first punch, but then the second punch he does kind of get you. It's not like the hardest. You're surprised. You think he should be able to punch harder for how big he is. But he did just like, get burned by a fountain of lava. So you can understand. It's almost like his punch is like he was just like waving his hand out in reaction to that lava, and it hit your face.
I'm just gonna say, oh, that was cute.
Breve has survived punches from Grom, so
That's true. You're so strong.
Grom punches.
Okay. It's Finoa's turn.
I'm gonna use my spear.
Okay.
And like just chop his toes off, I guess.
And you have advantage.
Okay. Alrighty.
And this guy can't turn and attack you now. He is glued to the spot.
Cool. Alright. I got a 15, but my bonus is 5, so it's 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
And this is confusing. So it's just a 1d6 piercing. Yeah. Right, okay. So I got a 5.
Plus your strength.
Plus my strength. Okay, yeah. Really. That's not gonna add too much to it anyway. So no, it's just 5.
5? Okay. Alright. Niramor, your turn. You stab him right in the heel. Well, actually you stab him, let's see.
In the old Achilles?
The Achilles heel?
Right in the Achilles?
Right in the Achilles heel. But that's like
I look around at you guys and I'm like, ha, look at what I did. Look what I did.
You actually wouldn't be able to do that because his heel is fully encased in lava.
Damn.
So you stab him in like I think he's up to his calves in lava. So you stab him in like the back of his knee.
Right. And I'm like, look I got his Achilles heel.
At least somebody finally got his knee.
Anatomy.
His Achilles knee.
Achilles was actually covered in weak spots.
Yeah.
He was just real strong. He was Aristosakayan. That means best of the Greeks. Anyway.
But no one knows none of this.
No one does. It's from a different world. Yeah, who are you talking about when you say Achilles?
I just made up a weird word. Like, guys, check out this word I just made up.
Niramor, it's your turn.
The body after himself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep swinging away at him, I guess.
Go for it.
First strike. Well, that's a crit fail. All right.
So that doesn't work.
And another one. And I don't think that does either. 11.
No, those both miss.
Well, fuck. All right. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Next up is next.
I guess I'm just going to blast him again.
Okay.
That is a 15. And
actually, I just realized, Georgia, your attack that you just did, it doesn't. The spear doesn't go as deep into the knee as you think it should.
Okay.
Sorry, he's raging right now, so.
Oh.
So he's got some advantages. He's got some resistances. But you said 15?
15 and a 24.
Okay, the 24 hits.
Yeah. Bugger. 7 damage.
Okay.
That's going to be it for me for this turn.
And that blasts into him, and he would have almost teetered back, but again, he's just cemented to the floor right now, so he's still standing. Next up is Moana.
All right, I would like to. How high up is this room? Like, how tall is the ceiling?
This room is, I think, it's probably about 12 feet tall.
Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to do something a little unusual.
Okay.
I'm going to use the spell in an unusual way. I would like to basically, like, since I'm right next to him, I want to kind of put my hands like right up at his chest,
Mhm.
and I want to shoot burning flames, burning hands just right up into his face. So like straight at the ceiling with his face in the way.
I see. So you're going to try to aim burning hands up through his face.
Up through his face, yeah. So it's not spreading out to where my buddies are. It's just going straight up.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Cool.
So
I know it's unusual, but it's yeah. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He has advantage on that. He actually rolled the same thing twice. His dex is pretty bad though. So he rolled an 18.
Okay, he takes 3d6 fire damage divided by 2.
Okay. What did he have to beat?
Wait, I'm actually not sure what he had to beat. My spell save DC?
Yeah, what is that?
That's 17.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat it.
Well, actually, wait, hold on. What is his 7? Actually, no, sorry. That's he rolled a 16. He's got terrible dexterity. So
Okay, so
sorry, I
3d6
was just looking at his stats again.
and you know what? I'm gonna use it as
Yeah, because I did make his AC 17. In case you haven't figured that out, and that means he's got 7. So is that -3 or +3? I don't even know. Tig, what is 7? You know?
What is that?
What am 7?
What is the modifier for 7? I know it's minus something. Is it -2? Or minus
let me think. 10 is 0, 9 and 8. Yeah, that's -2.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So he rolled an 18, which is 16, yeah.
So I'm gonna use this as a higher spell slot.
Okay.
So the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above first. I'm going to use it as a 4th level spell slot because I have plenty of that. So it's actually going to be 66 fire damage. Would someone help me keep count as I roll?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So first roll is a 2,
2,
5,
7,
4,
11,
2,
13,
4,
17,
and another 4.
21.
That's my damage.
Okay. So you blast just a column of fire up to the ceiling over his face, and you watch as his face just starts to disfigure and boil and turn black. And it is rough. And he's screaming, and you see him just sort of start to lean back, and he can't fall is the thing, because he's cemented to the ground.
Oh.
So he just kind of goes in a weird slumping sit, and you can see the lava around his legs is starting to crack as his weight is pulling him down. But he is fully he's stopped moving.
Oh, dang.
And I will say he's not dead.
Is he unconscious?
Yeah.
Is he like
Like this.
is he bleeding out, would you say?
Well,
like if we leave him,
fire. So he's not he's in critical condition, but he's not bleeding. He's just a lot of his skin.
Yeah, for sure. Gross.
I want to see wasn't.
So just so we have the time and the space to kind of make a decision about how to proceed with this, what I would like to do is like pat out any flames that are on him and just hit him with Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
And he still sort of in this weird slump position. You see him. He wasn't really moving at all before, and you touch him with that. The flames go out, and you see him go. And he is visibly diminished as well. You can see the effects of the rage have died out. He's still enormous, but he's not as beefed up. And he is not conscious, but he is breathing.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we be pretty sure he's incapacitated for now?
Yeah.
Should I hit him again with a hammer just to be sure?
If he was a player character, he would be unconscious, but no longer in death throes.
Okay.
So he's basically at 1 HP right now.
Okay.
And he is incapacitated for the time being.
So that went well, I think.
Yeah. Can we search him for all of his possessions?
Yeah.
And also take his clothes?
You're probably the only one.
I will say his clothes are at this point pretty much gone.
Okay.
No.
Quick question, Josh.
Yeah. You lit him on fire?
Yeah. How's everything doing down there?
It's not. So the fire, it didn't burn. I will say that much.
Great.
That part of him is not burned. It's still intact. And you know, it's Goliath proportions.
All right. Nick just goes like, nice.
What are you doing with your explorer pack?
I was just gonna burn the last bit. Had a little tinder. Yep.
All right, well, this is sufficiently uncomfortable.
I'd like to just take all his weapons and anything he can use against us.
Okay, he's got the big fucking axe. He's got a couple of hand axes. He's got a big hunting knife. And he has a pouch. In the pouch is a like a small pot, like a tiny, like very small, like clay pot that appears to have some kind of salve inside of it, and a couple of gold coins. He doesn't have a lot on him.
Does any of it seem like it's a way to stay in touch with his buddies?
You look around his neck, and there is a very charred. Looks like it looks like a bear tooth, a bear claw rather, bear tooth.
Bear claw.
That has some runic symbols on it. It is now burned almost beyond recognition, but
I just texted Anita that the plumber fixed it all up.
Okay, cool. I'm just wondering if we can take it off and maybe I don't know if I want to put it on any of our poor little pets, but if we could use it as a way to kind of trick his friends into thinking he's still up and around moving. I don't know if that would help or not.
Was he supposed to be up and around and moving, or did we? Is the working assumption that he's lying in wait? Would it be suspicious if we had him moving around?
Yeah, that's true.
You are in what appears to be a locked room.
Ah.
Okay.
Good point.
Hey, what's that box behind us?
Yeah, hey, can we look at this fucking gun on a box?
Yeah, so you look behind you. There's just like a wooden crate. And the wooden, it's like a wooden crate with some straw in it. And in the straw, it's opened up. In the straw is a device, a weird long device with a barrel and some kind of trigger mechanism. And the only one who recognizes it vaguely is Moana.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you can remember reading something about this in one of your books.
Tell us all about it.
Can I? Do you want me to make a roll so that I can remember about it?
Well, you have your books.
Oh, I do have your books.
I'm gonna while you're checking your books, I'm just like picking it up and waving it around like, what's this thing about?
Got the barrel. No, don't do that.
What do you think this little thing does? Miramor, let's try this out.
Do I roll to investigate my book or something?
Yeah, roll to investigate your books.
Okay. That's a 21.
Okay. You find a book called. You remember which book it's from. You find a book called Blunderbuss. And you look through it, and you can see that you're able to determine that this is a blunderbuss. This is a some kind of ranged weapon. It's a fucking, what do you call it? The word that means thing that shoots a thing.
A projectile?
Yes, it is a projectile weapon that uses a piece of iron or lead and uses black powder to project it. Black powder, which is made from sparkstone, to project it outward in a powerful blast.
I say that. I think we should be careful with this. It is a powerful weapon.
Can I point it at the box and just pull the trigger?
Yeah. You pull the trigger, but nothing happens.
Oh, it's broken, and I'm just gonna toss it down.
I think,
Moana, you know that he's just doing it wrong.
you're doing it wrong.
Well, I don't see you carrying around whatever it is.
I pick it up.
Oh, now I do.
You know that it's either loaded or cocked.
I'm sorry, it is loaded or not?
Neither loaded nor is it cocked.
Yeah. Okay. So I check it out and I share that. There are certain steps that need to be taken to make this weapon usable, and the steps have not been taken with this one. It seems.
That sounds too complicated to be worth it.
I mean, it's a complicated weapon.
Sure, but why even bother?
One wonders. Do I know anything about who makes blunderbusses or who?
You know that it was a dwarven invention that didn't, from what you can tell in the book, it was a dwarven invention that didn't really take off because of the difficulty in procuring sparkstone and processing it into powder, which isn't really a difficulty nowadays, but the method of creating this kind of weapon was lost.
Okay. It's a relic of another time, my friends.
I don't like it. Looks boring.
So Moana said aloud that it's a ranged weapon.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna kind of I don't know how I would say this in character. I'll just kind of stand beside her and say, if nobody else wants this, you know, I kind of have a thing for ranged weapons, even if I don't know how to use this.
Miramor.
I'd be interested in holding on to it at the very least.
Okay. You know what's cooler than an angelic hunter from a bygone age coming back to life? One of those, but with a gun.
With a gun.
And I have +2 to attack with ranged weapons.
And I will say, I'm going to treat this basically like a magic item. If you take a long rest, the time of a long rest to attune yourself to it by reading through Moana's book, just to get an idea how to use it, you can use it. Also, you find, and I'm going to have you roll for this. You just happen to find 20 small balls in the box that look like they fit right into the barrel of this gun, and you find 3 little vials of black powder made from Sparkstone.
And again, is the consensus that guns aren't really commonplace in this?
They are not. So it would be you'd have to go through a couple if you wanted to use this regularly. And I'll give you the stats for this when you've attuned to it. But it wouldn't be very hard for you to. This is basically just a basic blunderbuss, which is a small musket. And it's going to have as defined in the Dungeon Master's Handbook, it's going to have the pistol stats. So it's a 1d10 piercing weapon. Essentially, all you'd have to do is have the balls made and be able and buy a steady supply of powder for it. But with your if you attune to it, it would be as easy to use as your crossbows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that said, I'm gonna. Niramore found the ammo, right? Or did Moana find it? Okay, and I'm gonna just kind of start almost forget where I am for a moment and just kind of geek out about it, and I'm just turning it over in my hands and inspecting it and trying to figure it out as things are going on around me.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to make this, because it's a blunderbuss and not just a small pistol, I'm going to make it musket. And it's also like, I want it to be a higher power weapon. It's going to have musket stats. So it's going to be 1d12 piercing. Actually.
1d12.
It's a bullet. It's going to hurt.
But yeah, I think just with my affinity with like the crossbow, I have a basic idea of how this is going to work. So I'm very excited.
If you want to like test it out, basically you can look through the description in the book, take a few minutes to look through the description in the book and do it from the reference in the book. If you guys want to do that, in the meantime, while you're deciding what to do with this unconscious Goliath you have just sort of standing in the middle of the room, you can feel free to do that.
I kind of feel like locking him in is a solid plan. He didn't have a key or anything, did he?
No, nothing you can see.
Okay, if we go out of this room, is there some way we could maybe like break the lock so he's just like locked in here?
Maybe.
That might work.
What do you guys want to do?
We tie him.
What's up?
We tie him up first, at least.
I was thinking about that, and I mean maybe, although at the same time his feet are stuck in the floor.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere fast.
Okay, I just don't have to fight him again.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I mean, we could tie his hands together.
Yeah, like tie his hands and then like try and break the lock on the way out, so he's like really very trapped in here.
Or you could take
also,
does anyone his face?
Want any of the weapons, or should I just put him in our bag of holding?
If you want to hold on to his weapons, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put him in the bag.
Okay.
I will say the axe is probably too heavy for any of you to use.
Aw.
Okay.
Maybe Breve. Maybe.
Maybe.
Doesn't Moana have like the highest strength in the group or something?
She does, but this guy's real strong.
No, I'm saying like
over
Bryce is higher than
That's
Bree.
true. Moana's is I was just thinking proficiency wise, but yeah.
Let's use it together.
1, 2, 3, lift.
Josh.
Yep.
How long have we been in the dungeon at this point, would you say?
You have been in the dungeon for about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Also, at this point, I think Niramor's invulnerability has worn off.
Oh. Is anyone kind of banged up from that?
I am not.
Lost a few.
Okay.
I don't think he attacked me.
So yeah, why don't we like try and lock this guy in and then go explore some more?
Sorry, do we know what that thing is over to the left? Have you seen that before?
The dead cherub?
This right here?
Yeah. Does look like a dead child. A dead cherub, a statue of a undead creature? What is it?
You don't know. It's behind a wall. So you can't see it really. You remember seeing something like that there.
I can see it.
When you looked at it from above.
Yeah. Kind of creepy.
Also, is that just a crack in the floor? Or that's his axe.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird, like squid or something at first.
Yeah, is there? So actually, I just had a thought. If we're gonna try and lock him into this room, is there a spot in this room where if none of us can use the axe, we can just put the axe so it's definitely out of his reach?
I mean, you could put it in the box.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, you put the box in the axe in the box.
And on the side, we just paint definitely no axe in here.
Sorry, fresh out.
Cool. Yeah, let's get out of this room.
Yeah.
Although it's locked, so Fanoa might have to bust us out.
So what you can see is that the locking mechanism is from the inside.
Oh, okay.
To lock it.
So if we go out,
how did he get in here in the first place?
You don't know. You didn't ask him.
Maybe it wasn't locked originally. Maybe it was like the door was open originally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or they could have like gotten him in there like as a place for him to surprise us and then split up, or who knows.
Possibilities.
Yeah, let's try and bust this lock. Fanoa, is that something you can do with your thieves' tools?
Yeah. I mean, if it's locked from the inside and we're inside. No, we're not. We're outside.
You can try to sabotage the locking mechanism, though, if you wanted to. So it doesn't.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, roll thieves' tools.
Okie dokie.
So roll that with.
No. Oh no.
With intelligence.
Oh no, you guys.
What happened?
Melanie put our cat in a flannel shirt and
Oh no!
You're officially those people now.
Well, Melanie is that person.
Well, it's a flannel.
It is
Guild association.
shaped for a cat, but
Oh, that's very good though, Tig.
That is
Very good.
Look at that little lady. Look at that little
Wait.
lumberjack butch lesbian.
I don't want to talk about how many sweaters Molly has.
I thought she would have been in New Zealand with a little flannel shirt.
On her jacket. She's got her pink sweater, blue sweater.
I rolled up her little sleeve so she wouldn't walk out of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she has another one.
Look at her. She is so uncomfortable. She hates it.
oh no.
She really doesn't like it. But she's just trying to live her life now with this bird.
she's just going over to her food bowl and says pathetic thing.
Aw.
Okay,
Dang, you guys are so cute.
with that, I'm gonna do a quick time check for everybody. We did start like hella late, so
Hella late. We got some stuff we gotta do today.
yeah.
We got
So
some
we can't-
hella appointments.
We got hella appointments, so we can't really stick around.
Okay. So do you guys want to end it here? Do you want to just do that check for Noah to make sure this guy's locked tight?
Oh yeah.
Let's
Defo do that check.
Okay. Roll me some dice.
Yep, I got a 12.
12. And you did an intelligence roll
Yep.
plus proficiency.
No.
Add your proficiency. You're using tools.
Okay, so that is a 16.
15?
16.
16. Even better. Yeah, that works. You're able to. You essentially just break it so that the deadbolt stays closed, and he's trapped in there.
Sweet.
Can we also put a sock on the doorknob?
It's not that kind of door. And
They know he's alone. What's the implication? That he's just like alone and jerking off in there?
that's what's up. He's just a little self-love.
Just to take the edge off before a big fight.
Yeah. It's what he does to come down from raging.
He was told not to open the box.
Every time.
No wonder they got kicked out the last round.
Yeah, it wasn't because they performed badly. It's because of all the fucking censorship and standards violations of him whipping out his giant Goliath thing.
Oh,
It's so
God.
muscly.
This is a stupid game.
This is a dumb game, yeah.
Oh,
Nevermore is just like, I don't understand this. What does it mean?
someone end this conversation before Nix explains it, please.
Look, a distraction.
Mom, have you read?
And that's Dungeons and Dragons, folks.